Hi there, I'm Sean. Thanks for choosing this 30-minute strength and bodyweight class. I'm excited to exercise with you today and have a great class in store for you. Now to do class, you're going to need a set of dumbbells and a resistance tube, both of which are appropriate for your fitness level, a chair, a area that's free and clear of any debris, and of course, all important, water. Please drink water throughout all of class. With that, let's go ahead and get the timer started and march in place right away. Getting that body warmed up, ready for the work we are about to do. Now today's class is all about ladders, so we're going to do 3 similar exercises and we'll do less reps each time we do it. So it's a decreasing ladder. It will definitely get each area of the body that we're working well, and then we're gonna have to give you plenty of time in between to stretch, okay? So prepare your mind because we are ready to work. Right from here, let's change it to toe taps to the front, right and left. So tap, tap, and reach those arms for me. Reach them out. Big dynamic movements to warm up the body, prepare for what it's about to do. Keep going with the taps, but change them to a side tap, and then reach across the body. Now notice I'm turning my toes out at an angle so that we don't load the knee up too much. We want to protect the knee, always. Now change this again to a back tap right behind, and then reach the arms up a little bit in front of you. So lift and lower. Now all we're going to do is combine those movements, all right? You have 4, 3, 2, tap to the front. Tap. Now side taps. Reach. We'll stay here for 4 more. 4, 3, and reverse taps for 4. 4, 3, and back to the front. Here it is. 4. Side taps. 4 more side taps. And to the back. Changing this all, feet go wide, squat, down and up. Squat and lift. Push your butt back. Keep your chest up, eyes straight ahead on the horizon, and keep the weight in the heels. Wiggle those toes at the bottom, so there's no weight in the toes. We want to protect the knees, okay? Keep the knees behind the toes. Now, if you have a hard time doing that, you can step out a little wider, and that wider base of support does help keep the weight in the proper place. So if you need to make the adjustment, go ahead and do that. Now, let's slow it down for 2 counts down and 2 counts up. Lower, working big muscle groups here, warming up the body, getting that heart rate going. And arms go down and lift overhead. Lower, nice, slow, and controlled. Good time to think about your technique when we're nice and slow. Down for 2 and lift for 2. 1 more like that, and then we'll change it down 3, up 1. Here we go, nice and slow. 3, 2, 1, and then stand up all the way. 3, 2, 1, just a couple more. 1, and hamstring curls. So we'll step and curl right here. Step and curl. Keep that upper body moving. Keep the lower body going. Try and draw those heels up to the back side. Let's burn some calories in the warm-up while we get ready for the work. It's a beautiful thing. Even though it's a warm-up and it's a cool-down, at the beginning of the end, you're still burning calories while you're doing it. Not as much, of course, as you do in the work phase, but you are still burning those calories. Now, single, single, double, single, single, and double. I love single, single, doubles because they really challenge your balance. I want you to stay solid with your core, turn it on, keep it turned on, and that will help you balance. Hold, yes, single, single, double. 1 more time. We change this again. Double step touch to the right, double. Now, we star the arms, little different movement pattern. So we just bring the feet together and we move side to side with double step touches. Okay, great. Now we are going to put the whole thing together one more time through. Ready? We go back to the taps right here. Tap to the front. Side taps go. 4 more side taps. And tap to the back. Squats. Step wide. Down and lift. Down. Good. 1 more. Now we slow it down. Ready. Down 2. And lift for 2. Lower for 2. Lift for 2. And lift. Excellent work. Keep going. Stay with me. You should still. 3, 2, 1, and lift quick. Be able to talk, carry on a conversation. Not too breathy yet, but hopefully you're feeling that body temperature go up. Last 1, 2, 3. Now ham curls. Curl. Side to side. 3, 2. Now single, single, double. Let's do it. Single, single, double. Again, single, single, double. 1 more time. We finish the warm-up with a double step touch. Big arms, come on. Still getting all the joints ready. Got a great class in store for you. Like I said, I love ladders. They give you opportunity to challenge a muscle group a little more than we usually do. And stop right there, march it out. If you need water, go ahead and get it. Otherwise, grab your dumbbells. Our first exercise. Now remember, even though we work a muscle group 3 times in a row, it's decreasing reps and we do rest in between. So keep that in mind as you start to feel fatigued and tired and feel like there's no way I can do this, okay? So bowler's lunge, 14 repetitions, so 7 on each side. I'll show you first. It's right, switch, left. Now notice my front foot stays facing the front, straight out to the front. My hips turn a little, but not a ton, and my heels up in the back, okay? So 7 on each side, here we go. Down, don't worry about the music. Here, I just want you to do these really well. Now, if you feel it's too much, you can also do these without your dumbbells. Or, you can add more weight if you have heavier dumbbells. These are big muscle groups. And stop right there. The next one will be a front stepping lunge. So while you're resting, you want to take advantage of this time. Let me show you what the next exercise is going to be. Still utilizing our dumbbells, I'm going to step back here. We're doing a front alternating step lunge. So we step to the front and we come back. Now, a real common mistake on front stepping lunges is to go way far forward with the knee and let your weight go to your toe. Keep your weight in your heel. So important to protect the knee joint, okay? So nice big step to the front, and then we push off the heel to come back. 12 of them, ready? 6 on each side, here we go. Right, and push. Left, push. Push off that heel, keep the weight away from your toes. Shoulders up, roll back, nice tall posture. Reaching through the crown of the head. Just 2 more, 1 on each side. You've got this. And 1. Okay, you get to rest again. We go for our 3rd set. Now while you're resting, tune in here. The exercise is a side step together, and then we switch and go to the other side. Hopefully I'm not stepping outside the camera here, because this is a big movement. I'm gonna actually move the chair a little bit just to make sure, okay? When we step, keep this foot facing the front and straighten that inside leg, and you'll feel a nice stretch on the inner thigh, okay? So, you ready for this? Roll the shoulders back, good posture. 10 total, take your time, here we go. Drop, push off the blade of your foot together. Other side, everything's facing the front, bring your feet together. Lunges in all different directions, working the same muscle groups, maybe a few different on each one, stretching while we're doing them, and challenging them, making them stronger. Try and keep your eyes up, because if you look down, typically you'll start to lean forward. 1 more, and you are done. We now move from the lower body to the upper body, okay? But let's take a second here and stretch the muscles that you worked real good 3 sets in a row. Those being the quads and the hip flexors. If you want to reach up, you'll just intensify that stretch, but make sure you tuck your hips under when you do it. It really gives you a nice deep stretch in that tight hip flexor muscle and the quads in the front of the thigh. Switch legs. So drop down, tuck your hips under, and then reach if you'd like. It just makes it a little deeper. That stretch, oh, feels good. A lot of benefit to stretching. A lot of benefits to stretching, period. Yoga class is awesome. But if you can incorporate some stretching, like we've programmed into this class, so much benefit for you, okay? So let's go to the upper body now. We are doing chest press, alternating right and left. So 14, 7 on each side. So I'm actually gonna hold the handles, wrap once, and then I'm gonna wrap another one on one side, and then just make sure it's even in the back. So it will feel tighter on this hand, but the tension should be the same on both arms. And if you can wrap another one on both sides, awesome, okay? So real strong, stabilized. We work the pec muscles. So right here, chest and the front of the shoulders, and you press and squeeze. Use these muscles here to make the movements, okay? Here we go, 7 on each side, and press and back. Alternating, and we stabilize the other one. So don't let that band slide on your back. Push forward, squeeze the chest. Now let's do a few extra. And stop right there. Now you can leave the band in your hands and just open the chest for a nice stretch. The next one we're doing is actually a chest fly with one arm. So we hold the arm out wide and we move only one arm, okay? So again, grab the handles, wrap it up once, and then maybe twice on one, and center it in the body. And your arms are almost fully extended, so a slight bend in your arms. Stabilize, thumbs are up, where you're working just the right side first, okay? So abs are on, pull the belly button in and up, and make the whole midsection solid. Shoulders down, chest up, here we go. Crunch. Crunch the pectoral muscles together. Squeeze them. And breathe. We do 12 of these, and then we do 12 on the other side. I love these unilateral movements. They allow us to work on a balance, stability, and really focus on just one side of the body, doing it really well. Stop there. We're going to keep going right into the other side. Ready? With the music, let's move in and out. You don't have to worry about going to the beat. Sometimes the beat's a little bit faster, then you feel like you could be moving to do the exercises really well. Squeeze. It's not just moving the arm. You want to think about contracting those muscles in the chest. And breathe through this. 2 more. 2 and 1. Excellent work. All right. We get to stretch again. So keep your, oh, actually we can put the band down for the next exercise. But let's take the time to stretch again. So thumbs up, open, and we stretch the chest. Also, very tight muscles in the body. So as we age, especially, this happens more and more. Sadly, we're starting to see this with younger and younger people. I mean, teenagers with rounded shoulders, neck issues. And that's because we're on computers so much, on phones so much. So this exercise right here, this stretch is so good for you. Keep the tight muscles in the chest nice and stretched. All right? We get to do push-ups next, one of my favorite upper body exercises. Now, you can either do your push-up on the seat of the chair, or you can go to a wall and find it. But let me show you, if you're against the wall, look at my feet as I do this. I'm against the wall. My feet are away from the wall, pretty good, and my heels are up. So I'm really putting more weight into my upper body, because I do want to work the chest while I do them. If this feels like it's too much, doing the chair, remember you can modify it by bringing one foot in. Significantly easier, but a little bit more difficult than the wall. So we have 10 of these babies. Ready? Let's do this. Set, and here we go. We have 10. Breathe out. 9. Squeeze your butt tight. Squeeze your thighs together. Shoulders are down. I lost count. I think we have 4 more. You wanted to do extra. Just 2 more. I have my counter behind the camera always helping me out, thank goodness. Woo! And stop right there. Awesome work. Shake out those arms, roll the shoulders, and let's stretch the chest again. This is a really great time for some water, as we are over halfway through. So about 60% of class is done. If you can believe that. It's crazy how fast these classes go. We're doing squats next, so you need your band for that. Actually move my chair away a little bit. Okay. Now remember, if at any time the resistance for the tube or the dumbbells is too much, by all means, get rid of them and do this with just body weight. And you can still challenge the body depending on your fitness level. However, we don't want to stay at the same level all the time. If you can challenge your muscles, that makes them grow back stronger and leaner. So important, especially for the joints and bone density, as well as staying strong and prevent injury as we age, okay? So feet on the band, a little bit wider than your hips, toes out at 10 and 2. You can keep them here at the hips, or you can bring them up here. Your choice, all right? So let me show you what we're doing. We'll do a squat and then a scap retract. So lift and open the chest. 14 of them, here we go. Lower, lift, squeeze. Lower, lift. How low are you going? And are you feeling your weight start to drift toward your toes when you go down? Try and keep your weight in the back of your foot, in your heels. Scap retract. Take your time going down, there's no rush. And then push and squeeze the butt coming up. A lot of issues with weak gluteal muscles in so many people. As we sit a lot, we spend a lot of time in bed sleeping, and they tend to be very weak, and then our hip flexors in front are super tight. Causes hip issues. So exercises like the squat, this is the king of lower body exercises. Such a great exercise to work a lot of muscles, but especially focus on attacking the gluteals, okay? The next exercise we're going to do is a sidestepping squat with a dumbbell. So you can go ahead and stretch your glutes if you want. Push one butt cheek into one corner and switch, do the other. And if you feel like you really worked your quads good, you can stretch them out again like we did before for those lunges. And we're going to move into the side step. So we step out, lift, scap retract, okay? So we're doing 12, 6 on each side. Ready? Here we go. Right, open, left, open. Toes go out, remember, 10 and 2. Purposefully squeeze those shoulder blades around the spine each time. So even though the focus on the work is the squats, the lower body, this scap retract, you make it purposeful, it's working some really weak muscles in the upper body. When you step out to the side, keep even weight in both feet. Have a tendency to lean more to the outside. One more. So even weight together and open. Okay. Woo! Sweat's dripping on me. How about you? Let's get some more water. Stay hydrated. So our next exercise is another squat. It's a plie squat. So we go really wide with the feet. Toes are out past 10 and 2. Put the weights in the pockets, and we still do the scap retract at the top, okay? So lower, might feel a stretch in those inner thighs there. Lift without locking the knees and scapular retract. 10 of them. Let's do this together. Here we go. Lower, lift, and open. Lower, lift, squeeze. Use the butt to get up, squeeze them, and push through the heels. And then open the chest and draw those shoulder blades together. How you doing? You hanging in there? We are less than 10 minutes to go. So you've got this. We have one more set of exercises on the floor, one more, and then we stretch and you're done. So you made it. We're 2/3 of the way finished now. So I'm going to move the chair out of the way and let's stretch those glutes again. Push one behind, one cheek to one direction and the other way. Oh, tighter than I imagine them each time. Big. Okay, now carefully we go to the floor. So use a chair if you need to, but you do one knee first and then the other, and hopefully I'm not out of the camera here. We're going all the way down to the floor. And our first exercise is just a supine, meaning face up, ab crunch. Now when you do this exercise, keep your elbows out to the sides, okay? And we lift, trying to lift the shoulder blades off the floor, but don't pull with your hands. Fingertips are barely touching the head. All right, ready? And let's go. Crunch. Now, if you want to challenge yourself even more, don't lay down all the way. Each side, each rep. Only come down about 3/4 of the way and then go back up. We'll do 3 more. 3. And 1 more. Let's do 1 more and hold it. Hold, little challenge for you there. Fold elbows out, keep your eyes up, and release. Wow. Woo. Okay, while you rest, sneak a peek up here. The next exercise is a single leg extension. So we crunch and we extend. And this time you'll do half on one leg and then half on the other leg. We're doing 14 of these as well, okay? Ready? Both feet up and draw one knee in and then extend. 14, or 7 on this side. There's 2, 3. Still trying to get the shoulder blades off the floor. Fingertips are supporting the back of the head. I think we switch now. You can put the foot on the floor if it gets too difficult, or keep the foot off the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, ab work. You want to do it fast and get it done. That's what your mind tells you to do because it wants the path of least resistance. But slow and controlled movements. That's why I love Pilates. This is all about concentration. It's not about speed or forcing. Slow and controlled and trying to do each movement so precise. And that's what we're trying to do with these abdominal exercises, okay? So with the bicycle to end our workout today, when you go side to side, usually you want to draw your elbow to your knee. That's what the mind tells you to do. But I want you to try and keep your elbow out and actually draw your shoulder towards your knee. It is a completely different exercise for your core if you do that, okay? So try and direct your shoulder rather than your elbow towards your knee. Riding the bike, side to side, here we go. We have 12, 11, 10, 9, nice and slow, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, don't quit on me yet, 3, come on, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, excellent work. Now we get to stretch these. So extend one leg and then the other, and then reach your arms up over your head as far as you can and let the lower back arch a little bit. Reach, 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 and that little arch in the low back will make those abdominals lengthen and release. Excellent. We get to move into our cool down phase now. So go ahead and draw one knee first and then the other into the chest. Rock yourself up to a seated position and face the front. Our first exercise is going to be our hamstrings and our calves. So one foot comes in, the other leg is extended out at an angle, and go ahead and bend your knee if you need to so that you can grab your toes. And then when you have your toes, just lower the leg as much as you can. There will be slight discomfort, and that's okay. And then let the head lower and feel that stretch. Now pulling on the toes, I like doing that because it stretches the calves. And those are usually really tight muscles as well. If you can go a little lower, breathe and release. Hamstring muscles have a tendency to make you hold your breath like, oh my goodness, because they're usually really tight. So take your time. And the second time, hopefully you can go a little further than the time before. But there really isn't too much of a better time to stretch a muscle than when it's so warmed up after a full workout. So a little lower if you can. And release. Now we go to the other side. Grab the toe and lower. The head lower. You might notice one side a little bit more flexible or one side a little tighter than the other. You're not abnormal if that's the case. Perfectly normal. A little lower if you can. And release. Okay, one more time. Bend the knee. Pull on those toes to stretch the calf. Lower the knee as much as you can. Then lean forward. Breathe. And release. Okay, figure four. Seated. So we cross one leg over the other. We scoot the bum towards the foot and open the chest. And release the leg. We do that again. Draw that foot in close to the bum. Keep smiling. You're almost done with class. Couple minutes to go. Release. Other leg crosses and draw it in. And scoot forward. Try and open the chest. Woo. My left side, my right side screaming at me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Telling me that I should stretch that group of muscles a little more. And release. Scoot forward, try and open the chest. And release. Okay, up to a kneeling position. So roll it over to a knee and a foot. And you can do this standing as well like we did in the class. Or you can lean forward. Make sure your knee stays over your ankle, doesn't go past it. And I like kneeling because it feels like you can get a little further into that stretch for the hip flexors. Release, and we go forward again. And release, we switch sides. Now again, if you want to intensify that, you can always reach up with that arm. But in the kneeling position, you can usually get a little bit deeper of a stretch because you're using the floor to help you get deeper into that stretch. Release. We'll do one more. Breathe through it. Continue to make nice deep breaths. We finally got some much needed rain. Downpoured at least 3 times last week. So everything finally for the first time this summer is so green. It's been pretty brown and dry. But man, now it is green, so it's nice to look out the window and see the green grass again. Flowers blooming. Still, let's open the chest. Stretch those muscles we worked. Smile, even if it's fake. And release. And let's do it again. Big chest opener. And release. Inhale, lift. Breathe in and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, lift. And exhale, push. One more time. Big inhale, lift. Thinking happy thoughts. Hopefully, release. You are grateful. Thoughts of gratitude that your body allowed you to do what you just did. Many people don't have that luxury. Keep working. Keep exercising this gift that you have been giving. And I hope to see you back in a class again real soon. Until next time, keep it healthy. Bye-bye.